Alright, try this again, see what I just did. I don't know what I did, but I keep hitting things and shutting them off. But I only made it about halfway today because I'm hurting extra bad. So I made it up to the trees and I was waiting on the cat and he finally started coming. And now I'm up here. I decided to go all the way, push it, and wait for the cat. He's coming. He's making his attempt. Slowly but surely. I gotta figure out what's up because if I grab my little thumb clip on the back of my phone, for some reason it shut the video off while I was recording. But I had to run around today, do a bunch of errands, stop at the grocery store, post office, stop in a couple other places, and then I had to stop at the doctor's office to give blood and weight so they can sit there and find out if my numbers are good enough to start year 2, the final year of my current multiple sclerosis medication. And of course they had to prick me. Oh, the one lady pricked me twice, once in each arm. That didn't work. So then the boss lady came in, that's taken care of my blood the last few times. And she hopped in and did it on the wrist, top of the wrist. Always a go-to when we don't have no luck with my wonderful floating veins. I actually do have a, oh shit, I almost stepped on a cat. Wanted to get my bottle of water out because I feel a little MS hug starting. And usually if I can take a few sips of water, I can break it loose, but the cat is laying under my chair right now, so it's kind of hard to get to what I need to. Let's see if I can get enough saliva to break something free. But yeah, the blood test was, I'm taking Mavenclad. I did year 1, started last August. Gotta get a sip of water here, Lammer. Cat laying there. Oh, you didn't have to run. Didn't mean to scare him. I need more hands. More hands on deck. Gonna wander off into the woods. Gotta get another bottle of water. My bottle's almost out. And he's off. Gonna lay down, kick back, relax in the bush. And sorry about any oddball noises and distractions and stuff too. I noticed while watching the video, I'll just throw that shit on the ground and I'll pick it up later. Watching a windy video the other day. I think it was like video 2B of the This Is My Life with MS podcast videos, YouTube videos. It's really windy up here and the wind was blowing into the microphone, making a lot of noise. You could hear. So, where's Lemmy? But basically, oh yeah, my wife cleaned up my head yesterday. I did some trimming. Got rid of my caveman eyebrow, the unibrow, and it trimmed it up, made it look a little bit better. Got rid of some of the ear and nose hairs. Cleaned up the mustache. Cleaned up the sideburns. Cat completely disappeared. I don't see him anymore. But took my weight and gave my blood today for the Mavenclad, so we can find out if my numbers are finally right. The last blood test about 2 months ago, my numbers are still too low, because with Mavenclad it wipes out your T and B cells, basically like chemotherapy, and you hope that the T and B cells that are new, that replace the ones that you killed off, hopefully don't attack our body like our other ones did. First round, I felt like there was some promising notes the first few months, and then all my pains and stuff, issues and fatigue and everything came back a lot stronger than they were previously, so that sucked. That was not a good sign. We got, not sure what else they check for on there. I know the main thing's the T and B cells. There's other counts that they have to have to a certain level. But if everything's good, then I believe it's the first week of August, I will start round 2, year 2. It's 5 days of pills the first week of August, 5 days of pills the first week of September. These pills are so dangerous that you can't touch them with your hands. You can't get them on a counter or anything like that. I use a little tiny little plastic throwaway cup. I just dump my pills in there, shoot them down my throat. You want them to get in the back part of your throat and go right down with some water. You don't want to let them sit in your mouth. These pills are so dangerous. If you accidentally get someone pregnant, you have to definitely get that person into a hospital, and they have to look at the child and monitor everything, keep an eye on it, because it's a very dangerous drug apparently for a fetus. So if you do go on Mavenclad, you don't want to even consider pregnancy or getting someone pregnant for at least probably 3-4 years. At least a year past the end of your last pills. You have to throw away the container that you used for the pills. Anything that they touched, if your hands touched anything, you gotta scrub them good. If they touch the pills at all, but I just pop them out of the little pill container right into the little plastic cup, shoot them down, slam the water. I gotta grab Abraham linkage. Gets the most advertising out of everything. ArtBaltazar.com. This Flice Water's kicked some ass over the last couple of weeks. A lot of these videos you will be seeing probably about a week, if not longer, after I record them, because it's taken me 1 to 2 days to download each video. It's ridiculous. I don't know how to make this go faster. I've tried downloading using the phone, using the laptop, using the tablet. Everything takes a long time. works the best with the laptop because I can just let it sit downloading, uploading, whatever you call it. And that way I don't have to have my phone on constantly trying to download it, carrying shit around with me and stuff like that. So until I can start doing live videos, which will be nice, because then I can let you throw some questions and comments at me and I can read those too. But I need to figure that out. Anybody knows any tricks or tips or anything, let me know. I'm still learning with this stuff. I hate that my camera's on the right side. Well, my right hand is on the camera side of the phone. The way I have it set up right now, I'm trying the what would that be, the rear camera or the front facing camera, the one that's on your screen side. I wanted to see how this one came out. I've been trying every angle, every different camera mode I got on here. I want to just try them all and see what I can do, see what I can find out which would be the best to keep it at. But hopefully the picture's a little better since the wife cleaned up my face. Not so scary looking. It's like got the hill behind me today. Didn't even check to see if there were any critters out there. Don't see no deer or crane or anything. But with Mavenclad, it wipes out those TMB cells. The thing I love about it is you take pills 2 weeks. The first year, 2 weeks the second year. I'm a bigger guy, so I got to take 2 pills a day for 5 days. Most people will take 1 pill a day for 5 days, or 2 pills for 2 or 3 days, and then 1 pill the last couple days. All depends on your weight and your numbers. I would assume within the next probably 2 days I'll hear from the pharmacist that sends me the medication, and I'll figure out where we're at, and I'll let you know how it's going, and I'll explain it all to you as we do it when that's happening. The last time I did it, I'll just get it right away this time instead of getting it after the first few days. But I took anti-nausea medication because the medication instantly makes you nauseous and vomity. And the first round was not fun because I was also taking another medication that made me nauseous and vomity. So the two together just were nightmares. I feel like I got damn flies on my face. It's just a stupid imitation bugs in my flesh that I feel from all the other medications that I'm on. As far as, I don't know, did we go over DMDs much? I know I mentioned them the other day, but I don't know if I really went through them. When I first got diagnosed with relapse and remitting multiple sclerosis, I used Copaxone, which was a injectable, a self-injectable every day. I had to inject myself, and then they finally advanced the drug where you could inject yourself 3 days a week, which was a relief. Because that was annoying. A lot of times with the Copaxone or other injectables that you have to do for DMDs, disease-modifying therapies or disease-modifying drugs, you'll get huge welts. I'd get ones the size of a baseball. They'd be hard, hot, red, puffed up. A key to it was heat. And it's been so long since I did it. I think it was heat before you inject, use a heating pad, and then after you inject, you use ice. It could be the other way around, but I think it was heat first, then ice after. That helped with the flare-ups if you're dealing with that at all. If you're dealing with any pains and stuff, little trick with like a sore back, sore neck, sore pain, sore areas is use heat for like 10-15 minutes and then switch to ice or an ice pack for 10-15 minutes and work back and forth, and that confuses the muscle. It can sometimes help relieve that area better, easier. Other things with Copaxone, I never really had sickness. I never really got any relief. Well, you're not going to get relief from a DMD. I mean, our disease-modifying drugs are made to help prolong relapses and future flare-ups, and they're not designed to help with the disease at all. If you end up being able to walk a little better, or have less pain in your daily life, or less fatigue or something like that, that's just a bonus that you're getting from it. Like my second DMD, after they found out Copaxone wasn't doing nothing and I was getting, my lesions were growing and there were some new ones, and they went from the injectable, self-injectable, to an infusion. I had Ocrevus was my infusion. This is another example of doctors not really paying attention and not realizing how much harm it causes patients when they screw things up a lot. And this was my MS, my neurologist at the time. He was not an MS specialist, but he set me up with way more drugs than my current MS specialist will. I mean, all my old neurologists, they would prescribe stuff for me, but now that I have an MS specialist, I would expect them to help give me suggestions and prescribe my medications for me, but no. And the ones they do, they don't follow up on, and then I have to take time away from them and then restart them, and that just pisses me off. So I just go off them and deal with the pain and issues. It's just easier not to keep calling them and bugging them if they ain't gonna follow through and do what they're supposed to. So that's why I was trying a pill for fatigue this year. Didn't do shit for me. He wanted me to double it. I'm like, that's fine. I'm supposed to call it in. He never got it into the pharmacy, and I ran out of my old prescription, so I just said screw it, just went off it. It's like, obviously I got another neurologist that's not going to follow through and not keep up with things, and every time I gotta get a drug called in, I'm not going to sit here and play phone tag for a week every time trying to get that taken care of. But my neurologist that I had when I was doing Ocrevus had to send the forms in for the financial help and all that, and he sent the forms to the wrong place twice. So by the time they did send the medication, it was too late. The second time went all right. I had to nag him a bunch of times, but we got the second infusion done all right. I think it was every 6 months we were doing the Ocrevus. And you'd sit there, go to a hospital, sit in the infusion center for 8 hours, getting this shit pumped into you. And then you get little steroids and some other stuff for itch relief. I forget the whole medical dosage that they gave us. You can always listen to my old podcast to find out that stuff. But Then I think it was the third. I think the second and third one went all right, and then the fourth one, they gave me the medication from the hospital because they didn't have the medication there that they were supposed to get from the infusion from the Ocrevus company that was supplying the drug. They didn't pay for it. Instead, they supply it. They send a vial of a bag of Ocrevus to the center, infusion center, and then they use that bag for you. Sat there and they gave me an infusion bag that was at the hospital instead of waiting for the one that was supposed to come in. Because they did that, the insurance company had to pay some money to the hospital, and they weren't supposed to, and because they did, I had to try and get money back from people and get shit changed around. And then all of a sudden I got a $5,000 bill in the mail because since they used the bag at the hospital, they can't replace that bag with the one that the infusion center sent them. So I was responsible for some cost between it, and thankfully it wasn't the whole cost because the infusion was like $50,000 or some shit like that. But they sat there, and because all that, I had to spend months on end trying to get shit figured out. And finally we got most of it worked out, and then I'm with a new neurologist in the later parts of my Ocrevus infusion times, and he sets me up a thing down in Milwaukee, and I go to the lakefront, had everything scheduled with a driver to take me and everything, and the night before my infusion, the nurse calls up. She's like, "We do not have any medication here for you." And it's like, if you come tomorrow, there's nothing we can do. So it's like, great, thanks. So again, everything's fucked up, and each time they fucked it up, I went 3 weeks to 3 months past my infusion date before I got my next infusion. So that's making my body all wonky. And the Ocrevus infusion, I personally think, should be like every 5 months instead of 6 months. Is it 6 months or 3 months? Well, no matter what, the last few weeks before your next infusion, your body starts to get all wonky because the medication's wearing out. And they should hit you with your next infusion a week or two earlier so you don't hit that crap grab. Cat came back. What's up, Lemmy? You gonna go back to the house? Yeah? You gonna? You ready to go back down there? I'll go with you. I'll end this here in a second. But yeah, those crap gaps really mess with you. And then you sit there and your body's all wonky from not being on meds and having to figure out what you're gonna do with meds, and then you're stressed out dealing with shit because the doctors got you stressed out because they're not getting the shit to the places it needs to be, and there's nothing I can do. It's in their hands, not my hands. So yeah, that's a major pain in the ass. So then Ocrevus wasn't doing shit because, well, they weren't getting my appointments set up at the right times. And I finally got diagnosed with secondary progressive MS instead of relapse and remitting. So I went to a new specialist, a MS specialist, because my new specialist that replaced my old specialist at my one doctor place, she doesn't have MS knowledge and preferred that I'd see an MS specialist. So I just did a video chat with her appointment, and then we decided to go that route. And then I went to this new one, and they put me on the Mavenclad, and that's what I've been on ever since. So I'll do round 2, and I don't know if I'll go on a DMD after this. We'll just see how this next year goes, and then I guess you can only do it for 2 years because it's the chemo wiping out your body, and it's just not good to keep on that. So I don't know. I don't really want to do a second year, but I do what the doctors tell me to do, even though I'll probably just end up with some more shit, like some cancer from it or some other liver damage or something else. So I don't know. It's not doing nothing, and I got continuing amping up pains and issues, so why really be on a DMD if it's not really proving to me that it's holding off anything from future advancement? But I do what the doctors say, so try to listen to them. But I'm going to end this here because my cat's already to the tree line, and I'm going to only be able to make it there to start with. I'll have to take a break again, do a little meditation and reading in the shade. I need to get some more water anyways because this stupid hug is still there. It's not going away. It's just a little one hiding in the background, but I need to get some good ice water in the system. But yeah, my body is rough today. I didn't think I was going to make it through the store. I didn't think I was going to make it up this hill today. It's not a good body pain day. Every day is body pain day, but some days are better than others. Not as painful as others. But yeah, that's my drug of choice that I'm on right now, and what I got looking forward to. Hopefully I'll find out some information about the blood test, and I'll let you know what happened with it. I'm going to end it here. Rate, review, give us a thumbs up, tell a friend. Give us some little quotes, comments. You can send questions and comments to kevintheduckpool@gmail.com, and I'll read them live on the air when I get them. Hopefully we can do live videos eventually. But I'm gonna end this here. I gotta be running out of storage space anyways. I don't want it to cut off on me. So we actually got, I think, the first video that from start to finish I was able to do. So hopefully this works out all right. And this is the front camera, so we'll see what happens with it. It'll probably be a while before I get it downloaded though, because I think I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 other videos before this one, so coming out if I can ever get them downloaded. So I have a feeling I'm going to be downloading summer videos in winter, but be good, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.